You know, we all have this idea that success is about some big, flashy moment, right? That one lucky break. But what if I told you that's not it at all? The real secret, the thing that actually works, it's all about the small things we do every single day. And after digging into this, it seems to come down to just one powerful habit that can literally change everything. So let's dive in. I mean, have you ever felt like you're just on autopilot? Like you wake up, you do your thing, and the whole day is just you reacting to emails, to messages, to whatever life decides to throw at you. You're not really creating your day, you're just surviving it. It's this super common feeling of being stuck.
And yeah, there's actually a name for this. We can call it the autopilot trap. And it really is a trap, isn't it? It's like the default setting for most of us, where the day just kind of happens to us instead of us making it happen.
And I bet some of these symptoms sound really familiar. You know, you're constantly putting out fires instead of building something. Or how about this one? Hours just disappear, gone, wasted on distractions you didn't even consciously choose. And then there's the big one. You let your feelings run the show instead of your goals. And at the end of it all, you're just left wondering, oh, why is nothing changing for me? Why does success always feel like it's for other people?
Okay, so that's the problem. But what if there was a way out? A way to actually break that cycle? Turns out there's this one habit, a single habit, that separates the people who win from the people who just drift. And it's a simple shift, but trust me, it can lead to some pretty radical change. And really, the whole idea behind this is so simple, but it's also incredibly profound. It's this one shift that can completely change how you approach, well, everything. It's not about some complicated system. It's about making one single conscious decision. So what is it? Here it is. The one habit is simply this: taking full control. That's it. It means you are the one who decides what your day looks like, not your inbox, not your phone, not your feelings. You stop letting distractions steal your focus. You stop letting a bad mood derail your progress. You become intentional, deliberate. You are in charge every single day. And this is where things get really interesting, because the people who achieve amazing things, they just don't operate like most people. They have a totally different mindset, a completely different way of tackling their day. Plain and simple, they move differently.
So let's break it down. Look at the difference here. Most people, they just drift and react. Winners, they wake up with a plan. Most people wait around to feel motivated. Winners, they execute, period. Doesn't matter how they feel. And that's the huge difference between being busy, running around all day, and being truly effective. It's about going from letting distractions own you to ruthlessly, and I mean ruthlessly, protecting your time. That is the game changer. So why are they so intense about their time? It's because they get something fundamental. Think about it. You can always make more money. There will always be another opportunity. But time? Man, once a second is gone, it is gone forever. You can never, ever get it back. All right, now we need to talk about one of the biggest lies we've all been told. That idea that you have to wait for motivation to strike before you can do anything. Yeah, that's completely backwards. The reality is the total opposite. It's this super simple two-step loop. Step one, you just do the thing. You execute your plan, especially when you don't feel like it. And then, here's the magic part. Step two, the motivation shows up after you start. It follows the action. So action isn't the result of motivation. Action is what creates it. So here's the bottom line. Motivation is like a fair weather friend. It shows up when things are easy, but it's gone when you really need it. Discipline is a system. It's a promise you make to yourself to show up and do the work, especially on the days you feel tired or blah. And that's where the real progress happens. It's the consistency. Okay, this all sounds good in theory, right? But how do we actually put this into practice? Let's get into the nitty-gritty. Here is your execution plan, the exact steps you can take to start taking control, like today. It really comes down to 4 pretty simple steps. First things first, it's a mindset shift. You have to just decide. Decide that you're the one in control. That's step 1, and it's non-negotiable. Second, you gotta have a plan. You need to know what you're doing before the day has a chance to punch you in the face. Third, you become a bodyguard for your focus. Eliminate those distractions, turn off the notifications, close the 50 browser tabs. You know what they are. And finally, the most important part of all, you just execute. You do the thing. No excuses, no matter what.
And please, do not underestimate how powerful this is. Making this one tiny shift from just reacting to life to actually deciding what you're gonna do, it immediately puts you in a different category. It separates you from like 99% of the world that's just drifting along. You instantly join that tiny group of people who are actually making things happen, not just waiting for them to happen.
And this right here, this is the ultimate prize. When you consistently take control and execute day in and day out, you start to build momentum, and momentum is like a snowball rolling downhill. The hardest part is getting it started, but once it's going, it just gets bigger and faster on its own. You become pretty much unstoppable. So, at the end of the day, it all boils down to one simple question. Are you ready to take control? Are you ready to stop letting your day happen to you and start making it happen for you? Because the choice, well, that's all yours.